What is going on, YouTube? This is Mind Matter 827 here with my first ever video. This is going to be reviving an archetype on the Lost Archetype Ancient Gears. This is definitely a hard deck to face because they can, in the battle phase, when they attack, they stop spells and traps from being activated. So Mirror Force can't really stop them. Deep Prison can't stop them. Oh, you want to compulse my monster as I'm attacking? Nope, doesn't work. So, yeah. The deck overall has been winning a lot, surprisingly. So, I'm going to get right into it. First off, you run 3 Ancient Gear Knight. He's a Gemini monster. And if he attacks, my opponent cannot activate spells and traps till the end of the damage step. Which I wouldn't have to resummon him for it, but it doesn't really make a difference. Next up is Ancient Gear Engineer. If a trap card is to target him, I can negate and destroy it. And if I attack with him, my opponent can't activate spells and traps, damage trap, that's common. And when he attacks, at the end of the damage step, I can destroy a spell or trap on my opponent's side of the field. 2 Ancient Gear Soldier. Basically, just attacks, no spells and traps again. That's going to be common through all of the monsters, except for Thunder King and Tour Guide, obviously. 2 Ancient Gear Beast. The reason why I run this card is, well, because he's a 2000, level 6. And, when I destroy an opponent's monster by battle, the effect can't be used. So, if I go, okay, Ancient Gear Beast, attack into your monster. Okay, Sangan? Oh, you want to search? No. Oh, set Morphin chart? No. Whatever will be set. Okay, 2 Ancient Gear Golem. If you watch GX, you know that this card, what this card is, you've seen it. So he can't be special summon, which is why I only run 2. But, if he attacks defense, he does piercing damage. And no spell and traps. A 3000 meter that can't be destroyed by Mirror Force. Negate attack, which I hope is still not run, but still. Can't stop it. Sakuretsu armor, if you really run that. Deep Prisons. 3000 gone. You can't do nothing about it. Okay, 3 Ancient Gear Gadgetlatoin. And, I haven't read up on this card in a while. But if he attacks nothing, let me see. And I believe it's only effects from the gadgets. So he's good in gadget attacks. But besides that, yeah. Triple Thunder King, there really isn't anything but drawing going onto this deck besides duality, which isn't a big deal. He's in here just for like a little bit of a stun factor and like a stall factor on my opponents. And then Tour Guide. Oh god, I'm messing up. Tour Guide is here for just some quick access to Xyz that help beat over my opponents. On to my spells. I run Triple Gear Town because of the fact being that I could tribute summon Ancient Gears with 1 less tribute. Activate Gear Town. Normal summon without a tribute. Normal summon without a tribute. 1 tribute. 1 tribute. And then when it's destroyed, I can special summon any Ancient Gear from my hand, deck, or graveyard. The deck's Ancient Gears, so it's going to work. A Seal of Warrior Calcos. This is just to bump up my monsters even more power. And, yeah. So... And not to mention, like, you see how some of them are weaker. With that second effect saying that they can't attack, And you don't go into the extra deck. so it's not a big deal. A terraforming in here for field spells grabs. So it's like I run 5 field spells, not a big deal. Either 4 Gear Towns or 2 or Calcos. 2 Ancient Gear Castle. This allows me each time I normal summon, I can put an Ancient Gear on here, and then 1 counter equals normal summon these guys without a tribute by sending this. 2 counters, normal summon these guys without tributes. And then my Ancient Gears gain 300 attack while it's face up. An Ancient Gear Drill, I could discard a card from my hand, select the spell card, and set it. So I can get this out pretty fast. I can set these. I can set the staples, so yeah. Ancient Gear Workshop. This is just basically like a small little recycle factor. I don't really tend to use it that much. But yeah. 1 Pot of Avarice for recycle factor. 2 dualities for just to speed it up a bit, like get it a bit more consistent. A Reborn, Dark Hole, Heavy Storm, no need to explain, Trinity Force, Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute, Staples, Double Compulse, and a Starlight Road, because I feel like, you know, if I have this and this on the field, they play Heavy Storm, or whatever, Starlight Road, Stardust Dragon. Extra deck isn't that complicated. So, a Stardust Dragon for Starlight Road, Leviathan, Giga Brilliant, sorry about that, virus port stuff. Giga Brilliant, Leviair, Tintempo, Zenmains, all sort of like staples. Rank 4s, Evkishki Marigeist. People do not realize how, like, this card is. If I attack into Sangans and stuff, like Flip Effect monsters, they can go bye-bye. So, it's a good rank 4. Something that I forgot to, like, I'll tell you stuff that I'll change at the end, but, Gaga Cowboy is here just because it can take on 3k beaters like a boss. Fairy King, because almost all my level 4s are, well, I only have 8 level 4s and 5 of them are Earth, so a majority of my deck is Earth, so yeah. Gemini Pearl just as a beatstick staple, Utopia staple. Black Corn, you know, everybody should know what this card does by now. So, yeah. So, Photon Papilloperative for, you know, just staple. Seal Swarm Roach, staple, sort of, if you can afford it, or since it's going to reprint it. And then a Heroic Dragon, Sun Dragon Overlord of Heliopolis, for the fact being that. A change that I would probably make to this deck is adding an Abyss Dweller, because it's sort of, that isn't amazing against, you know, mermaids and all that, Atlanteans. And I would probably take out the Giga Brilliant, as I don't really have a point for that except for power up beefy monsters. But it isn't amazing. And then my sideboard, I obviously would build, so yeah, that's the deck, and yeah, peace YouTube.